Sauti ya Jamii.
It is 3 p.m. Become part of a vibrant academic community at Tharaka University. Study governance and international relations, information science, procurement and logistic management, or entrepreneurship and enterprise management. Apply online via admissions.tharaka.ac.ke or call 0721-839583 or 0720-566485 for more information. Tharaka University, education for freedom. This is Tharaka University FM Top of the Hour News Briefs. Brought to you by Tharaka University. May intake ongoing. Visit admissions.tharaka.ac.ke for enrollment. Tharaka University, education for freedom.
Alright, and it's 3 p.m. time for News Briefs at 98.8, being on a Friday, 12th of June, the year 2026. Thanks for keeping it locked at Tharaka University FM. Welcome to our News Briefs. My name is Vincent Odhiambo.
Tharaka University FM.
The note our top stories that President William Ruto has defended his frequent foreign travels, saying that his international engagements forms a part of his official duties as the head of state and are not leisure trips. This comes amid continued public scrutiny over the frequency of his overseas visits. Speaking during a town hall meeting with Kenyans living and working in Scandinavia, Helsinki, Finland, President Ruto dismissed the claims that his travel schedule excessive and unnecessary, insisting that his role requires a sustained diplomatic engagement abroad.
Tharaka University FM.
And a memorial service being held today for the 16 girls who lost their lives in a tragic Utumishi Academy school fire. The requiem mass is taking place at Gilgil Stadium, where First Lady Rachel Ruto and Education CS Migoso Gamba, hundreds of mourners, government officials, religious leaders and members of the public have gathered to pay their final respects and tribute to the young victims. The atmosphere during the memorial service has been described as somber with grief still hanging around heavily over the community and the school community and affected families as they prepare to lay their loved ones to rest. One of the victims was buried on Sunday in Kwale County after her body was released early to the family, becoming the first among the 16 girls to be laid to rest.
Sauti ya Jamii.
And Utumishi Girls Academy founder Edward Mbugwa has called for a national dialogue on the future of boarding schools following the dormitory fire that claimed 16 lives of students at the institution. Speaking during a requiem mass for the victims in Gilgil, Mbugwa questioned whether the country's heavy reliance on boarding schools remains the best model for education, arguing that strengthening schools closer to the learners' homes could help ease pressure on the institution and reduce long-distance student transfers. His remarks came as families, friends and government officials and education stakeholders gathered to pay their final respect to the 16 girls who died in the May 28th dormitory fire at Utumishi Girls.
Sauti ya Jamii.
And students have been urged to embrace patience and resilience when faced with challenges at school instead of resorting to risky action to express their frustration. Speaking during the requiem march for the 16 girls at Utumishi Academy fire dormitory tragedy, students who died at the fire, Reverend Kivuva, the presiding priest, said difficulties are a normal part of life and that those who preserve and persevere through hard times often go to enjoy better outcomes. Drawing from his own experience, he recalled attending school without shoes but remaining hopeful that his circumstances will improve. The Reverend also said the determination eventually enabled him to pursue further studies abroad.
Sauti ya Jamii.
And a coalition of united opposition leaders are today embarking on a 3-day political tour in Kenya's western region aimed at strengthening their grassroots engagement and rallying support ahead of the future political realignments. The delegation will be led or is being led by Democratic Action Party DAP Kenya leader Eugene Wamalwa. Other key principals expected to take part include former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, People's Liberation Party leader Martha Karua, former Interior CS Fred Matiang'i, and Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya and Cleophas Malala.
Sauti ya Jamii.
Now over to FKF Premier League champions Gor Mahia FC have been plunged into a leadership crisis after the sports registrar Wasike issued a directive ordering the club to immediately announce fresh elections. This comes after she pronounced the expiry of long-serving chairman Ambrose Rasher maximum legal tenure in a stern reminder dated on June 10, the year 2026. The sports registrar declared the Rasher 8-year tenure has come to an end and officially lapsed at midnight on June 8, the year 2026.
Sauti ya Jamii.
And it's 5 minutes past 3 p.m. and that marks the end of our news briefs at 3 p.m. But join me again at 4 p.m. where I'll be bringing you more posted and more updated news. My name is Vincent Odhiambo, but stay keeping it locked at Tharaka University FM. Back to Royd Munene hosting Ayera Campus Connect.